You family. May the perpetual peace of the Most High and the love and protection of our ancestors be with you at such a time as this and moving into forever. I really do pray that you are well in all your ways and that you're moving into living life very much on your own terms. We really want to thank our Patreon family. 2 years now that we've been, off the financing of YouTube, or is it a year? It feels like 2 years. And just, you guys are the ones who have kept the show going, enabled us to bring the news to our people, and everyone who sends us, regular donations through PayPal, who sends us donations through PayPal, and Kenyan family. I know you guys have been asking me to come up with an M-Pesa or something where you guys can also donate. I will definitely do that next time I'm in a town or a city, because I'm literally kind of borderline off grid, but those are stories for other days. There's been a lot of you reaching out to me. This could literally be an Ask Dr. Mumbi, but it's something I've been praying over. It's something I've been really meditating and communing with the ancestors for, seeking their advice on this issue. And what the ancient ones told me, because, in regards to what they're calling now that there's a drought in Kenya, in Tanzania, I think they're also saying in Ethiopia, there's no food, there's no rain, and all these things were affected by climate change, and there's all these narratives that are out there. And when I consulted the ancient ones, what they told me is it's time for the rainmakers to emerge. There's a reason why our ancestors always had rainmakers, those who would know how to connect to the spiritual realm and bring rain into the physical realm. Because there's a lot that I feel has happened in terms of weather manipulation, chemtrails, all that stuff. But the way I'll put it, or the way the ancient ones put it to me, is the rain has been stopped in the spiritual realm and is being manipulated from the spiritual realm. And so we must put it back on or start it back up again in the spiritual realm. And I don't know if this happens to you, family, but I've noticed that ever since I reached a certain level of my awakening, especially this year, wherever I go, there's always rain. Every couple of days it rains, family, or at least every week it rains. I'm in an extremely hot place. And I also think it's because, I'm on grid with, other highly ascended, beautiful beings, that we're all connected, which may be the reason that it rains here more often. Because I'm in a part of Kenya where it rains, family. It literally just rained today, which had actually delayed the show, but it was perfectly on time. And you know what? The rain is also like the showers that come. Sometimes it's from the ships, family, and if you know, you know. Sometimes it's the ancestors that literally bring the rain. And so the ancient ones, what the ancient ones said is that we're entering that season now. The end of the end of the end. Where Babylon is going to pull out all stops. They have terrible, destructive, horrible plans for 2023 and anyone who is still stuck in their metaverse, in their matrix. And you see, even with the ancient ones saying that, it's time for the rainmakers to emerge, that's confirmation that rain has been used as a weapon of warfare for centuries, for thousands of years probably, which is why our ancestors always had rainmakers amongst them. And the reason we even connect to the ancestors' family and to the spirit on that realm, this is what has captivated so many people with the whole Jesus concept and God and all these things, is because everything is being manipulated on that spiritual realm. And so they're the only ones who can intervene on that spiritual realm to stop some of these things. And there are certain offerings that the rainmakers would make, certain libations and words of power that they would speak. And you see, we think of offerings on such a primitive level, family. We think at now people are going and giving fruits to the river or giving, this to the tree or killing an animal. It's so much deeper than that. And if you understand as above, so below, as below, so above, then you may understand some of the magic involved in that. And so Africa is entering a season where there is so much global manipulation of weather. And this isn't the first time it's happened to us. But there is so much manipulation of weather that we are going to have to start seeking spiritual solutions to some of these spiritual problems. The rainmakers are going to have to emerge. If you know you're a rainmaker, or if you know you're connected to that, you can start where you are all by your lonesome, family. And you will connect yourself to the ancestors, to the realm of spirit, to the God of your people. And then purify yourself by purging the negative thoughts, the negative habits, the negative food, and all these things, the lower vibrational things that you engage in. And then prepare yourself to be mightily used by the Great Spirit and by the ancestors to bring rain to your community, to your people. And it's time to be aware, family, that there really is a separation that is happening on the motherland between those that have awakened and the children. Because all the children that are returning, it's a very small percentage, family, that is not a returning ancestor at this point. There's very few, there were, of course, the star children and everything, which were the ancient ones. But right now, all the ones that are here have been here before, so the children will be saved just because they are the ancient ones. They are the ancestors returned. And many of you are the ancestors returned, but you came early, so it's not been easy. But those who have awakened and the children, and those who are, have connected to the ancestors or are pegged to awaken in this lifetime, they're on one side. And the other side is those that have totally bowed to Babylon, those who suffer from religious psychosis, those who took the double Big Mac and ate it, gobbled it up, literally, just like they do all the the Babylon narratives. Those are the people now who unfortunately have put themselves on a destructive path. But as we come into communities, as we come into our soul families, things like no rain and drought won't be a reality for us because there will be rainmakers amongst us. And for the nation to benefit from the national rainmakers, they have to make room for them in the communities. Africa's restoration is very much spiritual, and it is extremely ancestral as well. Our ancestors have already dealt with these issues where weather was used as a weapon, where it stopped raining, and the rainmakers were able to make it rain. If you know, you know. Let me know if this has been your experience where, as an awakened one, you find that wherever you are, it tends to rain there periodically or quite often. Family, let's not forget as we get into all these narratives that they're pushing out there, that it is really about the narrative. And so you have to be on your own narrative. Right now, it's too dangerous to be in the group consciousness, because the group consciousness is in a panic that drought is coming and climate change is here and all these things that's happening, when what's honestly happening is a great ascension. And everything we're seeing on Mama Earth is like the symptoms of that ascension, as well as the symptoms of Babylon's total collapse. But those are stories for other days. To cope.